Alright, everybody, we are here. I am ready to draw. Okay, I'm gonna turn up my mic just a little more. And yes, thank you so much for joining me today, Panda. I appreciate you. Alright. Honestly, I just love the emails that you keep sending in every time I put on my streams. Let's see, yeah, it's been a while since I've done... Oh, I'm doing great, I'm doing great. How about you? I've missed doing my drawing streams. It's been a hot minute since I've done one last. And I get to finally kick in... come back with... doing a logo for myself. I actually just realized I need to pull up the save file for this, and I cannot do saving for this with the screen on, or else y'all might decide to do some criminal shit. Now, where the fuck am I supposed to do this? Wait, my brain just stopped working. Okay, so we're doing this. Alright, and we should be good now. Throw that display back on. Let's get it. Is it because you got bread? Okay, not my ADHD going absolute ape shit. I have no context for the entire bread thing, but I know that I did not get bread in a fun time way. Wait, did I get... Wait. I didn't even eat any rolls today, actually, during my Thanksgiving. I'm actually kind of depressed, because, like, there was those Hawaiian sweet rolls, but it completely slipped my mind to go grab one. What a shame. Well, now that we have established that I am, in fact, a major failure... Okay, let's see. Sup, officer? And oh yeah, Silas better have liked your reply, I swear. You're always making the funniest shit. Oh, okay, yeah, this was... Okay, this was... Yeah, this is gonna be a little more challenging than I thought it would be. But we're gonna make it work. Okay, how about we do, like... Actually, okay, so how about we do... Oh yeah, and I'm using OBS Studio for once. My first couple of streams, I used OBS, but then I decided, oh yeah, so yeah, the first couple of streams that I did, I used OBS. It was kind of messy. And then Crow's like, hey yo, Streamlabs uses, it has an auto mod feature. And I'm like, oh shit, whoa. And so when Crow mentioned that there was auto mod feature thing, I'm like, okay, might as well do that, because that was when hate raids were especially common on Twitch. But now that's relatively over with, and I'm just out here like, why not just finally use OBS, especially since some things have exclusive plugins for OBS, and it's just a lot easier to just do it that way. Plus, it's open source, so fuck yeah. And I like supporting open source programmers and stuff. Very community friendly. And programmer friendly, honestly. It's all that good shit. Oh, and thank you, officer. I like how it is so far, too. I've actually had this sitting for a hot minute, but I just never actually, like, did anything with it because I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna do a stream for this soon. And this is my soon, even though this has been done for like this is the starting design thing. I've had this done for like fucking a month now, maybe almost 2. It's called I Have Problems. I was listening to some Eminem before I started stream. I was actually debating whether or not to do a karaoke stream or do an art stream, but I'm like, nah, this art has been sitting here for way too long. I should probably make myself a fucking logo now. And I would commission someone to do the logo for me, but like, bitch don't got no money right now. And I don't get paid until the 10th because of timing shenanigans. So, yeah, I gotta save my money where I can. Okay, we're just gonna do very, very, very... Oh my gosh. Why do I do this to myself? I feel like I'm doing things in a harder way than I need to. But like, yeah, my brain's just like, let's do things a harder way. Because the way that I tried doing it before was actually a little more on the difficult side of things, if that makes sense. I don't know how, I'm not even sure if verbally I'm making sense right now. But yeah, otherwise I'm just trying to make this logo finally come together. But yeah, how's everyone's night going? But hello. Okay, so you did some redeems. Okay. Be healthy. Yes, okay. Thank you so much. I needed that. Let me go ahead and we'll start working on those. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, let's see. I think someone brought it up my last stream, actually. Like how adorable the Gremlin PNG is, and trust me, I 100% agree. So I'm gonna go ahead and so you're gonna drop their let's see. Okay, hold on, wait. So that's gonna be their Twitch thingy, and on Twitter their name is Angel Fun VT, and their commission prices for it is going to be let's see, because I think I paid anywhere from $35 to $45, and that's for both the open mouth and closed mouth PNGs. And honestly, they're such a sweetheart. Like, please give them your fucking money. Oh, yeah, for real. People need money, so if you're able to hand them the money, then please do. It is greatly appreciated. And that's coming from a starving artist. Let's see. Who? Be a little more slowly with you. There we go. Okay, wait, hold on. I suddenly have, okay. So, when people are about to adopt a pet, let's say, typically, they do a foster adoption process thingy for it. But, so, like, in the event that, let's say, the pet doesn't get along well with another pet that you already have in the house, then it's expected that you know, give the pet back and then like try again from there with another pet. But we don't do the same thing with kids. But I'm talking in the sense of, let's say you give birth to a kid and then they already have a sibling, let's say, and they do a trial period. Like, you don't throw the kid into the foster care system because that sibling can't get along with that new baby that got brought in. And it's just like, it just, my brain is trying to logic, but I can tell that it's not making sense. But like, please tell me that someone understands where I'm coming from with what I'm trying to say here. Okay. So, let me try again. Okay. So typically speaking, let's say you're getting a pet from an animal shelter, they would prefer that you do a foster adoption process where you have the pet for a certain amount of weeks, and that functions as the trial period, just to make sure that the pet is compatible with the housing environment and whatnot. But if, like, you know, if things don't seem to work out well in that regard, then you give the pet back, and then if you want to still try and adopt another pet, then you can try a different one. Am I making sense so far just from that alone? Okay. So, let's say that you have a biological child, just like a human. So you have a biological child, and then but you already have another kid in the household. But there's technically no trial period with that. You're just sort of stuck with the entire, hey, you have a new sibling now. Deal with it because I say so. But what if that kid isn't compatible with having a younger sibling out of nowhere? Okay, so I'm glad that this is making sense now. Okay. So my thing is that if you're adopting an incompatible pet, you gotta give it back. But if you're bringing in a biological addition to the family, you can't necessarily just give it back to the foster care system because you have to actually formally enter it in, blah blah blah. Like it just seems complicated from there. The main reason why is because pets are harder to convince to adopt than children. Okay, but with pets, you have to make sure that they're also compatible with the animals that you already have in the household. But with human children, you sort of just tell them to fucking deal with it. Like, I don't know, something about that also seems a little odd to me. And I'm not saying that we should force pets to just deal with the fact that they'll have their own pet siblings, because that's kind of a complicated thing on its own. But like, I don't know, we don't treat either of those scenarios similarly at all. And it seems a little odd to me. Children are wait, let's see. Children are very simple-minded. They can get along as long as parents know how to deal with it. Yeah, but animals, they're kind of dumb. And I mean that in the most respectful of ways, because me and Crow's dog, Babadook, is a complete dumbass. And I say that with all the love of my heart. He is, in fact, a dumbass. But it's not like I can force him to just get along well with whatever animal I throw in front of him, you know? Like, I'm sure if I gave him, like, if I put another Chihuahua Terrier breed in front of him, he'd probably start losing his shit and try murdering it, probably. Even though that dumb dog is incapable of murder, as far as I'm aware of. You know, I just feel as though that he would try to instigate a murder. And then we would have a case on our hands. Let's see. Pets, their owners don't understand them, so we can't exactly fool them into being chosen, whatever the fuck. Okay, that makes a little more sense now. Yeah, because I'm just out here like, hey yo, Steven, our oldest child, Tabitha, doesn't like her younger brother, Steven. How about we just, I don't know, kick the baby to the curb? Does that sound good? Okay, let's do that. Pets are impossible to understand. Children are easier to fool. Yeah, makes sense. Pets are... No, it's not pets, per se. It's more so that animals are some of the dumbest creatures to ever exist, and that's why we love them. As a pet owner as well, I can tell you there's no way to understand them most of the time. Okay, hear me out. As a pet owner by proxy, because Crow has primary custody over Babadook, and I have effectively visitation rights until we move in together, you only learn to understand them by just sort of picking up on their vibes over time. And even though they don't verbally communicate, you're just able to be like, I can tell you're being sassy with me, you little bitch. Cause, trust me, Babadook is one sassy motherfucker when he's not getting his way. He's such a fucking brat. And he totally did not get that treat from me. Nope, no whatsoever. Nope, I never influenced that son of a bitch. I did not do anything. See, yeah, at the same time, it's hard to completely understand them because they don't have a language we can understand. Oh, true. Completely understandable. I completely get you now. It's an animal, for fuck's sake. We can't have convos about the stock market. What average human being is capable of having a coherent conversation about the stock market? I'm gonna just ask you that question first. Because that kind of reminds me of this one time I was a drug addict. Oh, shut the fuck up. Because, what is it, I remember one time it was
Got him!
Oh my god, that caught me off guard. But, because after church one time with my grandparents, both my grandparents were just having a conversation with one of their friends, and a separate one of their friends was just one-on-one with me, just, past time, whatever the fuck. And so I'm just out here like, so let's talk about stocks. And he genuinely starts going into talking about stocks. And I was joking. So I'm just sitting there completely just shocked beyond belief. And I'm just nodding. And just, like, I was more caught up in the fact that he thought I was being serious and just went with it. And I'm out here like, I didn't expect a genuine conversation about stocks. I was just pulling a ha-ha funny, being like, oh yeah, don't worry, let the big kids talk over here. Let's talk about stocks. No! And, yeah, we also do appreciate gremlins, as you can tell. Honestly, stocks is just gambling for rich people. I wonder how often other countries actually take stocks seriously. Because I know that the US makes a big deal out of it, relatively speaking, but it kind of makes sense because that's kind of our thing, to make big deals out of the dumbest shit. Me and my nephew do that shit all the time. Wait, oh, Orpheus country being idiots. Yeah, understandable. How about we make you the same color as me?
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker. Let's see, we spent literally over an hour or two shitting on other countries, including America, of course, since the US is a fucking vegetable. You know, I would actually disagree. The US is not a fucking vegetable. It's a fucking Twinkie. And no, I refuse to explain. Okay, why not both? Because I mean, okay, so have you heard of this anime called Hetalia? Now, I'm not saying that the personification of America in Hetalia is in fact a twink. I feel like, because well, he's more so, like, not he. The concept of the US itself is more so the food Twinkie on its own, because I mean, I very clearly remember back when North Korea was threatening to strike the US in a nuclear fire, the usual thing. Wait, yeah, they're yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Time to do a thing. Hold on. Okay, let's see. No. Let's see. I mean, North Korea technically can, but they just kind of suck at it because, I mean, this is North Korea we're talking about. They kind of shot themselves in the foot by making themselves technologically illiterate in every way it possibly can. Wait, is it actually not gonna load? What the fuck? Okay. Have this. Okay, see? This is what I'm talking about. Twinkies. The US of A. The entire country is starved. There's no way they can build anything without a body dropping. True. Yeah, there is an American treat called Twinkies. And I say this because back when North Korea was threatening to hit the US with a nuke, that was the same time that Hostess was going out of business, and everyone started absolutely losing their shit and started buying out as many Twinkies as they could before they stopped doing production. And then eventually Hostess came back with Twinkies, and so now we don't have to worry about that anymore. And, you know, I would love to say that the personification of the US would also be that of a twink, but frankly, I think we'd just be more so along this, the, the scale of a bear, if anything. Yeah. Bears. Wait, hold on, I'll go back. Okay, so we're making slight progress. I don't eat American sweets, they are diabetic inducing. Oh yeah! 100%. There's a reason why a lot of American foods, why a lot of the recipes have to be altered when being shipped out to other countries, because a lot of the ingredients in our food are banned in other countries due to negative health side effects. Mexican candy, I haven't really eaten that growing up, which is kind of ironic because I am in fact half Mexican, but I was deprived of culture growing up. But, oh, is it okay if I ask what country you're from, or at least what region of the world you're in? Because, like, I... honestly, based anti-American food American. Because, like... oh, yeah, no, 100% I hate the US with a burning passion. I would pull a Billy Joe Armstrong and just denounce my American citizenship. But at the same time, where the fuck else am I gonna move right now? With what money? So at this moment, I'm just more so of the fuck the US, but I kinda gotta stick with this bullshit. That kind of thing. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, that's not gonna... okay. Yeah, because at first I thought you were from some, like, I don't know, Europe. Because I know Europeans, they just love shitting on the US. And again, I completely support shitting on the US. We are notorious for being absolutely fucking terrible. There's a reason why we always end up on the news for some dumb shit. Shut the fuck up, cars. Let's see. Actually, let's see. Okay, wait, question. Should I make all of the letters for my logo capitalized? Or should I keep it as it is, where it's uppercase and lowercase? America got its good points, but it's overshadowed by the overly emotional citizens. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Our citizens are very much we're emotionally uncontrolled. No, as is pretty nice. Oh, okay. Nice. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Oh shit, what the fuck did I do? Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's have you at 0.15. Yeah, 0.15. That's how Biden became president. You know, oh god, just the lesser of two evils. That's literally all I can even say about that. Like, at least we don't have Trump, but now we have to worry about DeSantis. Fuck that bitch. Imagine a world where politics didn't exist and everyone just had basic human fucking decency. That would be quite the world. No, there we go. Not me struggling with letters. Okay, maybe if I clean up the original over here, that might make it a little easier on me. Let's see. You forget it's human. There's no way it'll last for long. Humans are some of the dumbest creatures to have ever fucking existed. I honestly don't know how humans ended up becoming the way we are. Like, couldn't we have been evolved into being actually intelligent species? Instead of just having these dumbass conflicts. Either, let's see, wait, would you rather pick a random corrupt businessman Trump or an elder man with dementia Biden? Either will get you fucked anyways because ours is the real ruler of the country. You know, I like that take. Because I would probably still choose Biden because as long as he has the vice president and other assistants that'll help him just like stay the fucking check when possible, I feel like it'd be still pretty okay. No matter who you pick, America, you're fucked anyway. Oh yeah, 100%. Because, like, I choose someone with dementia over someone who is intentionally, emotionally unavailable in every capacity. Because, like, you've seen how Trump pulled his dumb bullshit. He's just out here like, hey, yo, y'all want equal rights? You want to not be discriminated against? Nah, fam, let's just make it worse for you. It's just like, at least Biden will at least act like we deserve rights and take forever to make it happen. I mean, Biden is emotionally unstable. He's got dementia. Okay, there's a difference between emotionally unstable because of dementia and emotionally unstable due to a lack of wanting to improve as a human being. I mean, I take a businessman that just means, like, I mean, I'd take a businessman that just means money gets made. Fuck everyone else, I want money. I mean, he never really truly gave a fuck about the economy either, though. He didn't really give a fuck about everyone except for himself. Hell, if it were possible, like, in the god-awful event that he were to end up being president again, he would probably make it into law in some capacity that even if having a conviction, someone could still run for presidency. Specifically in regards for it being in relation to treason. Because he already did presidential pardons for a shit ton of his, a bunch of the people that he's in arms with, or like people he's buddied with. Because he knows for a fact that they would end up getting caught for some really terrible shit. So if you pardon them in advance, they are basically untouchable. I mean, isn't that how all politicians are? He's a businessman after all, he wants more money. I mean, honestly, all politicians are pretty shitty, realistically. Imagine having politics where there was no attempts at making oneself be the best of them all, in terms of, like, I don't know, just, like, going into politics for your own self-interest. Like, imagine actually doing it for the good of the people, rather than it being for some selfish endeavor. I swear, if I were off of my medications, or if I was on my medications again, I bet most of my sentences would make a lot more sense. I'm still off of my meds. It's been almost like a week and a half now. And I would love to get back on my meds, but apparently medical insurance still wants to be a little bitch. And it's possible all politicians want the money and power. That's what they do. That's why they do it. Which is why I will not vote until I give a fuck about Politico. About politicians. Okay, I was about to say, like, what the fuck does Politico have to do with anything? But, I mean, my thing is, my word of advice in regards to voting is, please vote regardless, because while a lot of the... Wait, hold on. Automod just fucking bonked you for something. Also, medical insurance is a bitch. I can understand you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's because you called medical insurance a bitch. But it's true. It's trying to censor you for telling the truth. But, yeah, because, like I was saying, I encourage you to vote anyways, because the people, like the politicians at the very top, very much have a lot of self-interest going on. My only best examples of those who are less self-interested are people like AOC and Bernie Sanders, and those are the two that come to mind just because they're the most vocal about, like, basic human rights and shit. But generally speaking, a lot of the big name politicians, like, they fucking suck ass. Well, I mean, regardless of someone having affairs, he also instigated the Bay of Pigs attack, and that was an entire issue on its own. Like, hear me out, I thought JFK was a saint, all that shit, but no, he was actually also a piece of shit. but he was assassinated under very, very sketchy pretenses, all that kind of shit. He was better than a lot of other presidents, but that's not really saying a lot, considering the reputation that this country fucking has. But, yeah. Oh, but anyways, yeah. So, when it comes to voting, please do pay attention to your local elections, because by voting for people within your own districts, you're able to better able to advocate for a better environment for where you live, for whether it's just better policies in general on a smaller scale, and hopefully with enough consistent votes outward, it'll hopefully spread out to the main branches of government and whatnot. Oh yeah, sketchy is the lightest way of putting it. I'm just not out here gonna whip out all the heavy political terminology, or else people are just gonna tune the fuck out. Because trust me, that happens in everyday conversations anyways. They're just like, oh, you're using words that general people don't understand? Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm just not gonna listen to anything you say. So I try to simplify it, even if it makes things sound completely understated. I am not a debate bro streamer, so I cannot match their power. My power is not over 9,000. Yeah, environment can only help so much when your own state tries to burn you when you walk out of the house. I mean, that is also true, but at least trying to improve things on a more local level will help to improve branching outward. Politics is honestly some of the dumbest shit, and why can't people just be guaranteed basic rights? Period. Because no one gives a fuck. You know, so little people give a fuck because we undervalue the importance of voting. That's ultimately how I perceive things. Now, is voting gonna fix everything? Of course not. There's a reason why protests exist. There's a reason why riots have existed, and I am not advocating for rioting. I am just saying that voting historically has not been proven to be the end-all be-all for making changes in the world. Just a mere statement of facts. Protests go... okay, it depends on how people perceive the protests, what happens to make them escalate into going pew-pew. Because depending on location, or like reactions in the environment are to it, it may not always result in a pew-pew. But a lot of the times, the ones that make the news do end up going pew-pew. Honestly, like, ooh. Maybe things would go less pew-pew if we had slightly more consistent gun restrictions across the states. Now, I'm not saying that I'm, like, wait, at the very least, someone's getting tear gassed. Oh yeah, 100% someone's getting tear gassed. Man, we probably just scared so many potential followers away because we started getting into this bullshit. You know, hey, you know, it happens. It'd be like that. And, like, I'm not, like, someone that's anti-gun in every capacity, because I do find value in it for hunting and shit like that. But it's more so, like, I don't know, there just needs to be, like, nationwide standards. Like, nationwide minimum standards on accessibility to it and whatnot. Because there's some states where there's hardly any restrictions at all. And then others where there are a lot more restrictions. It's just, we just need more consistency. Anyone who's anti-gun doesn't make sense to me because they don't understand how the fuck our firearm works, apparently. I feel like that's a yes and no thing. I think some people that are anti-gun are primarily affected by being either a student, because a lot of, like, you know, like, the school shooting things are so prevalent in the States, so I feel like if you're a student, it's a lot more likely for you to be anti-gun because of that. But there's a lot more uses to guns. Like how I mentioned hunting, it's a lot more efficient, and I don't think it's practical to expect people to convert to using boomerangs, bows and arrows, other kinds of weapons like that, let alone just pulling up behind the animal, just stabbing them from behind real fast. Like, nah. There's a lot to it. Let's see, clipping. We're gonna shoot. Wait, oh, no. What I've seen most, anti-gun protesters are protesting in the first place because they are killing people. Like, of course they do, that's their job, kill anything in their way. Wait, hold on. What is he most anti-gun protesters protesting in the first place? What do they instead want? To feel like you hear words, whole ass enemy sword fights. Okay, but hear me out. I would prefer there being sword fights on the streets rather than having guns just at the ready, because you have to be more close range, generally speaking, in order to get struck by a knife, rather than with a gun. You can be, like, as far as you fucking want, and the gun will hit successfully somewhere. But I am not a Brit, so what do I know? I honestly just want to give Canadians some shit, because, like, I feel like Americans don't shit on them enough, and there's plenty to mess with them about. Gun protesters don't understand there's no way a gun can hurt someone without a wielder. Well, I mean, I think they do understand that, but it's just more so that there seems to be a trend of a lot of, like, the people that, you know, misuse guns in, like, social acceptance way. There's just a lot of misuse of gun handling. It's that kind of thing. Because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I used to be 100% anti-gun for, like, a hot minute. Because, again, like, I was middle school, high school student, didn't want to deal with getting shot up. I had an instance, actually, where my campus got put on lockdown because of a gun threat, because, God, just, kids are fucking unhinged. And so, that didn't help things for me for a hot second. But ultimately, it's just more so we need to have more consistent nationwide minimum limitations. And kind of work from there. Because, like, while we could be a country like Australia, I think Australia has 100% firearm bans. But with how deeply entrenched gun culture is within the US, close, if not impossible, to successfully try and carry that shit out. My school got a school shooting threat too, and I knew the girl. Oh, god damn. This is why Americans need to chill the fuck out. Americans are fucking stupid. You cannot convince me otherwise. Well, it's because of the Second Amendment. That's why it's so hard to take it away from us. Well, I am also a part of the group of thinking where the Second Amendment no longer applies as it stands from the purely historical standpoint, because back then we didn't have we didn't have a proper military set up yet, and it was done as, like, a form of self-defense against, certain powers, blah blah blah, but since we don't have that same issue anymore, it, at least in my opinion, seems like we could benefit from having a reinterpretation of that put into the books, because, like, I don't think that it's just we don't necessarily need independent militias. If we're talking in defense of, like, abuse of military power, that's kind of one thing, but the Second Amendment is a little outdated, generally speaking. I mean, it's still in effect. They can make it inactive if they choose, but, you know how America is. They don't like reason. I swear most of my streams do not get this fucking political. I'm usually just a horny femboy. I mean, if you're saying that the Constitution itself should be inactive, then, because all those who come from that same time... Let's see, if I recall correctly, do not quote me on this, but I think there was some form of statement made by one of the founding fathers that every certain amount of years they wanted the Constitution to be rewritten. I don't think I actually have a source on that one, so please take that with a fucking grain of salt. But I do think that the Constitution as a whole should be reevaluated every once in a while. That way we can, properly update it for the times. Because, humanity has made itself a lot more complex over the decades. And that is very much an understatement. Thanks for that's for the presidency, not the Constitution itself. Oh wait, could you explain that? Yeah, cause now I'm even more confused. Maybe I need to open this up in fucking Adobe Illustrator. I haven't opened up Illustrator in a hot fucking second. That might be a good idea, now that I think about it. Let's see. I'm gonna blank out my display. Wait. Hold on, wait. Wait. I'm gonna do a thing. Okay, and we're gonna transition over to this lovely screen here. Wait, let's go to the moon. Presidency. Every president has to be able to serve only 2 terms for 8 years. They can replace at each re-election if they are not chosen by the voters. From what I know, I've never heard anything about repealing the Constitution itself, because it can be changed if the government chooses to. Okay, so the first part already makes sense, because that's already what we've had. Like, because I mean, that's the entire reason why everyone made a huge deal over, fuck, we can't elect Obama for a 3rd term. In a way, I wish we did have him for a 3rd term, but I completely am a diehard for the entire 8-year maximum thing, because that's a lot of years for a single person to remain in political office. The Supreme Court definitely should not be permitted a lifetime seat. Oh right, I'm opening up Adobe Illustrator. Oh, please don't tell me I need to download that shit. Fuck. Oh great, now the Creative Cloud needs to update. Honestly, this Thanksgiving was actually kind of boring for me. Because, like, my parents left really early in the morning to go make the meat, because they were using their smoker. So that took about, like, 5 hours for the meat to get done. And, yeah, so once me and my older sibling came over, we at most were there for like at most 2 hours, but I don't even think we were even there for 2 hours. We really didn't stay there all that long, because unfortunately I can't continue the conversation. I'm getting sleepy, so have a good rest of the stream, Raven. It was a fun conversation. Fuck yeah, thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it, and let me work on those self-care redeems. So I did the hydrate, and then stretched and postured, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, Panda. Why are VTubers such fucking disasters? Okay, I'm good for the night. Okay, perfect. Rest up. It better not take long for this fucking shit to download because I will be so sad. I swear your emails are fucking poggers. Work it for me, baby. Throw it back. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I currently only have Adobe Acrobat on my laptop. So time to download Illustrator. It better not take long, girls. I will lose my mind. How long it's gonna take? Okay, so I think it's gonna take a while for it to download, so that means I will switch over to my phone and start playing games from there because why the fuck not? That means I can do Cookie Run. Okay, wait. There we go. What's the thing? Where's the thingy? Right there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's 20% installed right now, it seems. So I shall switch on over to, let's see. Actually, should I do Cookie Run? Let's see what options they have on the screen here. Okay. So it would be... Oh no, never mind. Illustrator just finished downloading. Okay. Let's... Okay. We should be able to go back. Alright. So... Can we open based off of... No, you're not allowed to look at that. Okay. The file. Oh, okay, so let me just block out this real quick. Because I think I can... Let's see. Let's see what we can... I can do that. Can I paste a layer? Okay, that is one way to do it. Okay. Now, oh jeez, it's been forever since I last used Adobe Illustrator, so this is quite interesting. No, I guess that's not how you work. Okay, so that's our first layer. No. Okay, what's the shortcut for making a new layer? That's great. Oh. I guess I'm better off just doing that right now. Okay, so let's curvature tool. Okay, let's do that. I don't need libraries. I don't need libraries, I told you this. Okay, so do that. Okay, I think that'll work. Oh, colors, okay. So, if we were to 36. Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, no. We do not want to do a fill. Okay, so no fills. Wait, is there a way? Let's see, view window. Swatches. The current color I'm working with is just 36, 36, 36. So, why not just... Wait, no. Wait, I think that's what'll work. Look. Okay, so we're on point 15. Oh, Corpse. I love his music. It gives me good brain feeling.
do shit right, I can't learn my lesson. I can't do shit right, take antidepressants. Illness and welfare robbed my adolescence. My friends probably hate me, can't answer a message. Filled with anxiety, always behind me. Feeling inadequate's always what's driving me. Not a role model, that's not what I strive to be. Can't go outside, I'm afraid they'd be finding me. Paranoid about my privacy, yeah. And they always asking questions about my face, can't relate. Fucking caught my own reflection, broke a mirror the other day. Got a lot of bad shit that I'm taking to my grave. Got a fucking date with death on house arrest till trial days. So I grab the red wine on rainy days and then I poet. Cause I'll age another fucking 1,000 days before I know it. Yeah, I spend them all inside, waste my time while I'm scrolling. But I love when it rains, cause I'm agoraphobic.
Let's see, how do I... Oh, let me just black out the screen real quick, just so I can save. There we go. Oh shit, I've been working on part of the project, so I just figured out how to make the width of my lines different. But the thing is that it's not doing it in the way I want to. Actually, I can fuck with this one for a split second. Because you... I want to have that. I think I'm actually just gonna end stream here for now. Just because I'm actually getting really tired. So let's see, I'm gonna save this file again. Who are we going to raid today? Oh, okay. I'm going to raid a homie of mine, Skella. Raid one of the homies. Y'all better appreciate them because they are a sweetheart. Right, see ya.
Yeah, Annie Bisu has drawn some amazing art of Squila.